What is going on? This is TK Pryor. I'm coming at you with another video to hopefully influence you to do something to help change your financial future. Every once in a while somebody hits me with something positive. A guy hit me with a conversation. He approached me and he said, what is it that makes gold worth buying? He pointed out the fact that, since 2011, gold has gone down in value, and he equated value to price, saying that it used to be around 18, now it's down to almost 1,000. So why should I buy gold when it keeps losing price? So that addresses two issues. The primary issue that I like to point out is that people equate value and price as the same thing. They're not. The secondary issue is that people see gold price as the determinant factor to get involved when that's not the case. If gold is a commodity, a tangible asset, it's like real estate. If the price of real estate is down, you don't really talk shit about it. You say, oh, it's a buyer's market. When the price of gold goes down, then you should say the same thing. You should say, wow, it's a buyer's market. It's the best time for me to acquire. Back in 2003, gold was around $400 an ounce. That was the best time to get involved, because at $400 an ounce, you can't complain about the $1,000 an ounce that it's currently sitting at, right? The other thing is that the metals market is manipulated. The people who run the industry are manipulating the price down based on a lot of shorts. A lot of people buy gold in paper format as opposed to taking physical possession of the gold. Problem is, greed allows people to oversell the physical possession based on vault and paper, and that's what creates the short, is the difference between the physical gold available and the amount of paper contracts that are out for that gold. So the answer to the question in terms of why you should buy gold has nothing to do with price. It has nothing to do with price being the same as value. Okay? Think about it in terms, like I said, the real estate market. If you talk about a low-priced house, okay, I can name a few builders because my point of reference is Dallas, Texas. So if you talk about a $100,000 house in Dallas, Texas, then you're thinking about a bargain level house, like something that is new construction, but $5 clearance rack type light fixtures. And that's the reason why it's a $100,000 house. It's an entry level home. Then if you talk about same area, a $250,000 house, the price is more. But now you're talking about higher materials that are being used in terms of the finishing. You can get a $250,000 house that is energy rated, meaning that they spent that expensive section in Home Depot where you get insulated windows and insulated doors. And that saves you more money in the long run, because what? The value is higher, and sometimes value doesn't equate to price. So I want people to understand that about the gold market, is that not all gold is created equal. Gold falls in various levels. When you talk about speculative investment, collectors, and then gold bullion. And then in the bullion category, you're talking about government issue and private issue. So private issue gold bullion sits at the top of the food chain in terms of quality and value. And then some people say, well, even in that category, it's based on the notoriety of the company. And company notoriety doesn't dictate quality. So look at it from that standpoint. Understand that in contrast to gold price, as deflationary value of the US dollar tends to go down, gold tends to go up. So the worse the dollar does, the better gold does in terms of actual price opposites. Value of the dollar down, value of gold up. So consider that gold historically has been a preservation of wealth. So government policy is causing deflationary dollar to lose daily value, which means that it takes more dollars to buy the same thing that you used to be able to buy with less. You know, $20 will only get you 2 items in your basket, whereas 10 years ago, $20 would get you probably a cart full of stuff at the grocery store. So inflation is going on. Then you have money that we've sent abroad that is shielding us from the full effects of inflation. And then finally, you have other governments that are moving away from the dollar, which is forcing us to deal with our own problems. So government policy doesn't help the value of the dollar. Government policy right now is hurting the dollar. You also have overprinting. The nature of loans is to create money out of thin air. Nobody actually extends, or no one exchanges value, right? The only value in our system is the wage and labor, or wages generated by your labor, right? That's the only true value in our system. If I say that it took me 5 hours to make this, and that my time in that labor is equal to $100 an hour, then I can price that result at $500 based on those 5 hours, right? So that's a true exchange, right? And that's a value-based system that still exists. But that doesn't exist when you go to a bank and you get a loan. The underwriting process basically just prints money out of thin air by typing it on a computer. So you're getting a poof, here's $200,000 for your house, but all the bank did was type in some numbers on a computer. So that deals with real money based, the base currency, which is physical money that's in circulation in people's hands, and the oversupply of money, meaning all of those ones and zeros that's on people's computers. And digital money is starting to outweigh the base currency by leaps and bounds. So we got a lot of systemic problems that a lot of people aren't aware of, okay? And I want you guys to do 2 things. Take your cash and convert it to gold currency. Set up an offshore gold savings account, because of the fact that from the moment you convert your cash to gold, it gains value. So if you keep $10 and you hold it for a year, at the end of that year, $10 won't be worth $10. But if you convert $10 to gold and hold it for a year, when you go to sell that gold, it's going to be worth more than the $10 you converted it to. So I hope that breaks it down. I hope you guys understand that the smartest thing you can do in this economic crisis, and if you want to participate in the global wealth transfer that's taking place right now, you need to open an offshore gold savings account. Offshore is how the super rich has always protected their money. The super rich forever have taken 20% of their income, their net worth, and stored it in gold in an offshore vault. So I'm telling you, for $65, you can convert 1 gram of gold and put it in an offshore vault. That's what you need to do. But you need to aggressively convert $65, like every week or every month, or if you can afford it, every day. Whatever you can afford, do it $65 at a time. Convert. I can help you with this process. All you have to do is inbox me Go to my Facebook page, go to my YouTube channel, go to Periscope, go to Instagram. I mean, you can find me everywhere. Twitter. But the point is, open an offshore gold savings account before the value of the dollar returns to zero. All fiat currencies crash. Don't wait until a dollar crash till you say, well, maybe I should have converted some of my dollars into gold and then I'll still be able to eat. Don't wait. Be like Russia, be like China. Convert. Set up a gold savings account and let me help you do it.